Welcome to prime time, bitch!
Why did that sound like Hulk Hogan? So my inspiration for doing this video was after watching Brightburn. I was so inspired by the graphic deaths in that movie that I had to go back and rewatch some of the classics and some of the best kills in horror movies ever. Who else to go to than the master himself, Freddy Krueger, who is the GOAT. Some may say Michael, some may say Jason. My boy is Freddy. So let's get into this. The top 10 Freddy Krueger kills of all time. So a few honorable mentions before I get into the top 10 that didn't quite make it was Joey from Elm Street 4, the one that got killed through the waterbed. How's this for a wet dream? Mark from Elm Street 5, Dream Child, killed by Super Freddy. And the Pool Party Massacre from Part 2 didn't quite make the list because he killed quite a few people in that scene. Say what you want about 2. Not the most memorable of the series, but that was like the first time that you see Freddy kill a whole bunch of people at one time. Number 10. Oh, Sheila. Yeah, Sheila from Elm Street 4, the Dream Master. Want to suck the patient. Poor child had asthma. She was a genius though, but Freddy just sucked all that genius out of her and left her high and dry. So yeah, man, rest in peace of Sheila. Number 10 on the list. Number 9 is Dan from Elm Street 5, the Dream Child. Yeah, Elm Street 5 is definitely one of the weaker ones. I probably would put it a little bit above 2, but it did have a great kill with Dan, who survived the 4th movie, the first one to get killed in the 5th movie. And that's a rule in Freddy Krueger land. If you survive one movie, you will be the first to go in the next one. Just ask your boy Kincaid.
I'll see you in hell. Tell him Freddy sent you.
Dan was a crazy ass death. Like that was some superhero type shit where he was on the bike and you see like all the wires and stuff go through him and transform him into like a fake Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? So very cool to look at. Probably the only memorable scenes in part 5. And it definitely makes the top 10 list. Dan, rest in peace, bro. Number 2 is Freddy's transformation scene / Grady kill in Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Say what you want about part 2, but you have to admit, 2 had one of the craziest scenes ever where you see Jesse transform into Freddy. And you know what? Even as a kid, 2 always seemed kind of weird to me. Like something was always off about 2. And then watching documentaries later on, come to find out that 2 was I don't know if it was meant to be gay, but it definitely had a lot of homosexual undertones. So I guess that's why it came off as kind of off to me. Nothing against homosexuality, but the movie was really gay. Okay, even rewatching it now, I'm like, there's a lot of gay stuff in this movie. So the scene where Freddy comes out of Jesse, it just sounds weird saying that. For the time, 1985, this is before CG and all that shit. That was a very cool scene to watch, man. So that definitely makes a top 10 list. And poor Grady, he had to sit there and watch this and get killed with the knives going through him through the door. What a bad way to go. Rest in peace to Grady. Number 7 is my boy Will, the Wizard Master. Yo, before everybody was talking about Dungeons and Dragons, I think Will was one of the first ones to represent that shit on the big screen. So Dream Warriors, which is my personal favorite sequel of the Elm Street series, part 1 is always the best. But Will, for a moment, you thought he had a chance to defeat Freddy because in his dreams he had the powers to be the Wizard Master. And you see him shocking Freddy with those mystical, magical powers. You know, Freddy's playing it off and then not knowing he was toying with him the whole time and picked him up by one hand. Sorry, kid, I don't believe in fairy tales. Shit, wrong hand. Yeah. Rest in peace to Will. Number 6 is my girl, Debbie, who died being a cockroach. Yes, Debbie was a badass in Elm Street 4, the Dream Master. She was pumping iron, lifting weights to get ready for the final showdown with Freddy. Freddy caught her before she knew what was coming and transformed her into a roach, which is a very almost disturbing scene to watch. And even for the 80s, it was still kind of nasty, kind of gross. And to see Freddy holding the Roach Motel and you see his eyeball looking in and poor Debbie's looking with her roach antlers going all which way. And, you know, you can check in, but you can't check out. I wish I could show the footage so bad, but YouTube is so tricky with the whole copyright thing. So I hope I don't even get in trouble showing the images, because YouTube will flag you for every goddamn thing. Yeah, man. So Debbie, Roach Motel, top 10. Rest in peace to my girl Debbie. Number 5. Let's get high. Taryn, recovering drug addict, part of the Dream Warriors. She was from Elm Street 3. And she was badass. She looked badass, like something out of a comic book or a Mad Max movie. Had a showdown with Freddy, stood up to him, got a couple of licks in on him, but damn it, she couldn't resist that heroin. And Freddy knew her weakness, and like Pennywise, he attacks your weakness and got Taryn so high to the point of no return, man. R.I.P. Taryn. Number 4, Philip, the puppet master. That was a cool scene, seeing Philip, you know, with the veins and shit popping up, and he's walking like a puppet. And my boy Kincaid hits him with the, have a nice stroll, asshole. How come they always had the brothers rhyming in the movies back then? Like, I don't know, for some reason, black people in the movies, we was either shucking and jiving or rhyming, you know what I mean? Anyways, rest in peace to Philip. Thank you, Jennifer, for giving us one of the best Freddy kills of all time. Welcome to primetime, bitch. Probably is one of the best lines ever in movie history. Her head went right through the TV. I think she was Freddy's second victim in Dream Warriors Part 3. And so, yeah, that definitely is top 10, number 3 on the list, just for that line by itself. Number 2 and 1 come from the same damn movie. Both of them come from Elm Street 1, which was the OG, the best one. It was hard to pick between the two, but then again, it wasn't, because both of those were iconic kills. But, you know, number 1 is just, you know, that really cemented Freddy as a horror icon, and it just set the stage and set the tone for every other kill after that. So number 2 is Johnny Depp's character Glenn being sucked through the bed and a whole 8 gallons of blood coming out that motherfucker. Look, this is a classic example of listen to your woman. Nancy told him, whatever you do, don't fall asleep. Glenn must then take it seriously. His ass laid there, knocked out with his TV sitting on his nuts. I'm surprised that didn't wake him up. And next thing you know, Freddy's arms come through, suck him through the bed. When I first saw that, I was like, is it possible for that much blood to be in a human body? Like, it was just, you know, Johnny Depp weighs probably 150 pounds soaking wet with a brick. Ain't no way all that blood came out of him like that, but still, it was a cool visual to see. As a kid, it freaked me out. That is definitely top 10, number 2 Freddy kill of all time. Next time, listen to your woman there, boy. Number 1, this should be a no-brainer. Tina, watch this. Tina Gray, Freddy's first victim. He taunted her and teased her in the first few minutes of the movie, but when you watched it, you felt Tina was going to last to the end because she seemed like she was going to be the main character, the main focus, and they offed her in the beginning of the movie, which was an interesting twist, because I'm like, damn, I thought she was the main character, and Freddy just annihilated her. So yeah, that death was pretty cool. Like, you see Freddy walking down the alleyway with them fake arms stretched out. You see him chasing her like he's having fun, like he's enjoying the fact that she's afraid of him. And this was like Freddy before it was wisecracking Freddy. Before he became a cartoon character, he was Fred Krueger, who made you afraid to go to sleep, just like Jaws made you afraid to get in the water. So rest in peace to Tina Gray, and rest in peace to Freddy Krueger, who I feel died after the 3rd movie, because after the 3rd movie, he just wasn't scary anymore. So y'all, that's my top 10 Freddy Krueger kills of all time. I might even do a Jason Voorhees top 10, because Jason Voorhees definitely has some really comedic kills and very brutal as well. So thank you, Brightburn, for inspiring me to do this video, because Brightburn has some very cool kills as well. So y'all, that's what I got, man. What's your top 10 Freddy kills of all time? What's your top Freddy Krueger moments? Whatever it may be, comment freely down below. If you like and dig the content, hit that like and subscribe. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.